Okay, so I guess I'm following
This is
that.
another wall.
Yeah.
All right. So you're following that. You move at a walk. They are chasing after you. This is 2 more seconds. You've moved 2 more spaces. You're now, I believe, in the darkness again as you've turned that corner. You
Yup.
just see the light behind you. You stumble forward another 2 squares, and you're moving around along the wall, and your ankles and legs run into something. It feels like some sort of crate. Can't quite tell.
Uh, oh, no idea what it is. Gotta just go around it.
All right. Yeah, this it's like, and you're starting to feel just stuff hit your legs, and like you're stepping on things, and it's really uncomfortable. It's like, I mean, the best thing I can describe is if you've ever like spent the night at someone else's house and it's completely dark and you're trying to like
Mm-hmm.
find the light switch or
Oh
the
yeah,
or the
this is
door
not really
out,
working
and
out. If
yeah, yeah,
if
you're just
light
like you're
comes in,
stepping on
I'll have a
things, and
chance, but I just gotta keep shuffling through this. Which I'm already as slow as I can go anyway.
yeah. So this light turns around the corner and you can start to see, right? Can you see again?
Yes.
You can start to see again, and this room looks like some sort of like halfway living chamber, except it's uh, cluttered almost to the point of being difficult to walk through. Bobo knocks down the mirror. So,
The cat just
I
loves that
know.
mirror.
Yeah, he just was too beautiful. So it appears to be some sort of living chamber, but there's also piles of crates and boxes, and there's piles of vegetation, and uh, you also see what looks like crates that look like they contain. Uh, Zani might not immediately recognize it, but it looks like where a bunch of your guys' old stuff is. So she probably recognizes her old weapon. She probably sees Ari's shield like laying just in a jumbled pile in this room.
If I see it, is it possible while running past one of these that I could grab her broadsword?
Make an observation check.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Does she know where it is?
She sees her broadsword.
And I guess her shield next to it.
Roll an observation check.
Let's take a look.
She does not see her shield. She
Uh,
did see Ari's shield, though.
Hell, I'll steal Ari's shield.
I think there's Ari had a medium shield, right? Yep. So there is a medium shield that you see.
Yeah. Okay,
So
so
second 59, what is she doing? These goblins are
she's
chasing after her into the room.
yeah, she's going to be moving more vigorously now that she has very good light of it towards that shield, which wherever it
She
is,
so
let's
yeah.
yeah.
You jog over to it. You see the shield and the broadsword. You have a short sword in your hand right now.
Yes.
What is she gonna do?
I'll drop the short sword for now, and I'll pick up the broadsword and shield.
So you throw your thing to the ground. If you can pick up the shield, but you won't be able to strap it on and use it. So you could
Oh,
just be
good
holding
point.
it.
I'll ignore it then. I'll just take the broadsword.
All right, so you pick it. You dash over there, and whoosh, your broadsword is out of your sheath.
It is something. And then I continue running.
Second 60, you continue running.
So now, since I'm at a jog, and I saw light out there, you can't lie to me. I can actually sprint in this direction.
That was the guy that originally ran from Horst, and I
Hmm.
just hadn't moved him far enough. But
Right.
you do have light from him back here, so yeah, you're going to be able to move at a run this turn. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. So you'll be right here. These guys are
Okay.
chasing after you. Second 61, these guys are chasing after you, do, doing the old run, 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 run.
Yeah, doing the old
At this point,
shuffle. I guess
let's
I
take a
have the
pause.
short sword in one hand and the broadsword in another at the moment.
That works too. At this point, let's take a pause and we'll visit our friend Horst. You ran up these stairs and you reach the middle where the section has fallen, and there's nothing there. There's just a gap.
Oh, I thought we replaced it. We didn't. Okay.
You did, but then you chucked it back in.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? There's goblins that are they're shooting arrows at you, and they've just missed. You've dodged and weaved. What were you going to do?
Okay, so what's the difference between jumping and a feat of agility? Are they the same thing, or?
So jumping would be for a person of short stature. This is an impossible jump.
Okay. What about scaling the rock and trying
You could
to?
you could attempt that. You could make a climb check to try to scramble alongside the wall.
Are they following me up?
They don't look like they're following you up. They just look like there's now an additional 2 goblins that have joined them. So if you're down here, you'll see that there's 4 goblins uh with arrows at this point, and one of them with his sword, gob 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 gob, pointing up at you.
So I can't make the jump. Okay. Well then, yeah, I'll try to climb across.
All right. So I believe it, like I said, for
I'll set the lantern.
believe yeah, I believe last time I gave Tubbs an average check. So once again, it's an average difficulty check, as there are some still pieces of like wooden support struts sticking out, or the holes there that you can grab into. So the way it works is 1 check will get you across. It'll just take a little bit of time. However, 2 failures will result in you falling. So
Okay.
another thing to remember is that you can use, and I don't know why I just remembered it now. You can use luck on your skill checks.
Okay.
I should have told you that a while ago, but I completely forgot that we had someone with luck. But you could have been using luck on your skill checks when you were imprisoned. So
It got me
that is
here.
my fault.
No worries. Can I use my luck to help me climb across?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So if you make a climb check, so basically you have 2 attempts. So if you fail the first one, you can try again with your second check, and then basically, if neither of them succeed, you can either try to use your luck on the first one if it's close, or try again on the second one and then hope that one's closer to being an average check.
Okay.
So if you want to run the odds, that's what you can do. So
All right. Well, let's do a check.
this is an average climb check. So you needed a 49. You got a 95. Each luck is worth 5%.
Okay. Well, I'll do it on the second check.
All right. So you start scrambling up, and you've put the lantern down, and you're climbing across, and maybe you still have your short sword in your hand, and you're trying to scramble across, and you realize you have to chuck it. So you throw it against the stairs next to the lantern, and it's all very worrisome as the goblins are. You've made it about halfway across with your failed check, and you're clinging. You see the stairs to both sides, and the goblins are grinning in excitement. With 10 feet that you have to move, moving 5, your movement speed, your climb speed is your crawl speed, and your crawl speed is 1.25. So 5 divided by 1.25 is it's taken about 4 seconds. So they haven't quite gotten another shot on you yet, but it's getting up there. So they're almost ready to fire again. Maybe they don't even have to fire if you fall to your death. Let's see that second climb check. You needed a 49. You got a
Right.
76.
Okay. So luck.
Yep. So the difference is 27. So in order to get past this, you'd have to spend 6 points of luck, and you have to give me a reason why you're that lucky. What is lucky enough to let you escape, or like let you not escape, but to let you clamber across? Like, what stops you from failing completely and plummeting into a tub-shaped crater?
Okay. Well, when I go to drop the short sword, I drop it on some of the wood pegs that are still there and slip onto it to make my way across.
Okay.
Uh,
So you're like you like fall a little bit and land on some additional pegs that are a little bit lower. Right.
Yeah.
So there's like we'll say that these stairs have like a support structure, like a pretty extensive support structure beneath them. And so when you dropped your short sword, you dropped it and it fell, and you're like, oh shoot! Some of the support structure, like when the stairs fell, like there was the stairs themselves and then support structure, and apparently only the top fell. So there's still some support structure down here. So you dropped your short sword, realized there was support structure, and like, oh, that might be easier to climb. And so you kind of let yourself fall a little bit and then clamber up this support structure onto the other side of the stairs.
Okay.
That sound good?
Sounds great.
And with that, the goblins let loose, firing at you. Of course, there's now even greater distance, so they are going to each have -8 to hit you. So they're 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 all aiming this time, but they have a -8. So I need a d20 from you.
Straight D20, right?
Straight d20. You're on fire. All right, so the first they're all firing at you, and it's just completely flubbing. Let's see, three more. A 3. All right, that's easy. And a 17. Nope. And
One more.
a 12 against your final roll. So the last one, does it hit? Or you do have luck still. If you'd like to spend luck, you have made it safely to the other side, so you could just let him hit you, and it's just 2d6 damage, so you could
Okay.
survive it, or you could use luck, and you just have to get a 4 difference.
Okay, so how much luck do I need to spend for that 4 difference?
4, so 1
Oh,
each.
okay. So yeah, I'll use the luck and
And
say
yeah,
as
what lucky thing happened?
the lucky thing is that when I moved over to the side, I tiptoed and kind of rolled against the brick, the rock. Uh,
Okay. So you
yeah,
do you pull yourself up and you do one of
a little
those things where
pirouette.
like survivors like kiss the ground or like lay on their back and they're like, yes, I've made it. And so you get up there and they're firing arrows and they're plinking around you and you roll to your side. Oh, I made it. And just as you do, an arrow sails past your head.
Yep.
So you have made it to the top of the stairs. However, let's see if Zani is as lucky. Can she find another exit?
Now, so here's part of the deal. I'm pretty sure, given that the first goblin left this way and then came back around, that this actually circles around to the other door that they came through, right? That's my
Did you
assumption.
see that first goblin again?
Mm, I'm assuming it must be one of these. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Well, that's going to be my assumption. So I'm definitely going to keep
Yeah.
trying to go this direction and see if I can circle back around. Just to declare what my goal is right now.
No worries. That is a fair goal.
And in terms
So,
of running, I do believe I had quite a bit of visibility here.
yep, so I'm going to just move you because you're basically running down a cavern. I'm going to move you to the other end of the cavern,
Mm-hmm.
and these goblins are going to move behind you. So you should have a decent amount of view into another chamber.
Oh boy.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So you scamper down this chamber and or down this hallway. There appears to be no other exits, and you open up into another room. This room is enormous, and you see 4 tunnels enter this large, expansive chamber. In more than a few places, bits of earth and loose rock are exposed, giving the impression that this area is less stable than the others. Torches are set into a dozen places to provide light, some on the table, some on the walls. Scattered throughout the room are a few small tables. Barrels that serve as seating are loosely arranged in a haphazard fashion around them. Several casks and wooden crates are stacked up in various places here and there. However, what also catches your eye is the creatures that reside inside this room. Several goblins are in this room. Most of them sitting around barrels. You recognize a few of them as having like bandages and several fresh wounds. Looks like they might have even been, even though most goblins look the same, green and ugly and mean, some
Mhm.
of them look familiar as if they might have been in the battle that you had just a day before. However, what is most interesting is this creature across the room. This creature does not look like a goblin, for this creature is much larger, standing about 6.5 feet tall with leathery reddish brown skin. The creature has facial features that do resemble a goblin, but he possesses an air of almost authority that seems to project out upon these goblins. He's clad in ringmail armor, and you can see he's got a large shield by his side and a long sword at his side as well. He's standing up and he's pointing his longsword at you, and he cries, "Gah, gah, gah," in a harsh tongue that seems similar to Goblin, but a little bit different.
Very
Let
nice.
me see. Yeah, that's what happened here. What is Zani going to do? She sees a room full of goblins and this other guy.
Well, at the very
It's a
least, they
scourge.
they are all shocked. I can only imagine, except for that one. I am still
They have
sprinting.
heard you coming. They have heard you coming. So that is one of the downsides. So
I
what
can
I'm going to do is
still
I'm
sprint
going
to
to
here on my turn. I'm gonna drop the short sword. I'm grabbing the lantern. I have a torch. I have a light source. That's
so
all that
the
matters.
couple things. I'm going to roll initiative for everyone here just to
Yeah.
see how fast they can act. And you're not going to be able to sprint through this room because there's so many tables and barrels along the side. So you're going to have to stop at a run. So right about here. So you're just
Ah.
one away from it, but just a little bit of a delay. So that's your action on second one.
Okay. Yeah. New
So you're
initiative
on,
here.
yeah, new initiative. You're on second. I'm going to put you on 2 because you just did that.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are on second 1. 1, 1, 1. And these guys are just a little bit farther behind you just because of that. And all these initiatives. Initiative with a D8. Initiative with a D8.
There we go. That should be just barely enough time to barrel out of the room.
Yep. And because there is going to be a whole a clamor going on as well, there is a I'm just subtracting 2 from everyone's initiative because they count as having a hue and cry as well.
Right. I think even the fastest of those, well, aside from the 5, still is hopefully enough time to finish running
Yeah.
across the room.
So on second one, these goblins are chasing after you 1.5. Let's see. That's a done. That's a done. That's a done. And I'm just going to move them again. 1.5. They get to right here. That's a next. Second 2. These guys are chasing after you. Gah, 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 gah! And it is Zani's turn.
Yep.
So she's had to slow down as these goblins are. "Ah, what's going on?"
Yep. So I managed to advance at least to there and grab the torch finally, dropping the short sword on the ground.
All right, she has a light. And it is Zani's turn again.
All right. She's gonna go ahead and move another 10 and just keep moving out of here.
All right. And this goblin, is also aware, although a little hurt, and so has picked up a sword and started chasing as well. It is. We'll go with Zani. Where does she want to go?
Well, she has full light now and can move faster than the goblins. Therefore, well, goodbye. I think since she gets out of the room here, she can actually move full pace.
Yeah. So let's just see. You keep moving, Zani. So that'll be, we'll say, 1 second. She won't be able to sprint though as she turns down these corners. So the best she can do is a jog, then a run. So
Right, so she can do
so
10 feet
it'll
to,
be
like, take
right about
this
here.
corner.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be 1 square or
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, 1
And
second,
then
so
just
second
keep
2
moving.
ends up
Yeah.
here.
Yep. All right. And then so you see a branch, a turning of the tunnels seem to branch to left and right.
Yeah, I'll take this one.
All right, you turn left. That's second 3. All right, keep going.
Right, do. 10 more.
Second 4.
10 more.
All right, that's second 5.
Boop, 10 gets me to the corner.
Second 6. All right, second 7.
Gets me right here. Hey, I see a
All
sentry
right.
up ahead.
Yeah, so you turn the corner and you start looking into a room. This room looks like similar to some of the other living chambers you found.
Mhm.
However, this one looks, it's kind of got, it both looks and smells fresh. Some of the other ones you've been in have had this kind of musky like smell of filth and garbage. This one has like the hint of it, like it's just started. And as you look in, you see a bunch of what looks like of the female goblins, as they looks like they're trying to like set up a new room to sleep in, and they see your light and they look up and, and they all start screeching. What are you going to do on second 8?
I'll screech back at them, and I'm just gonna keep moving. 10 gets me up to here, and then I'm out of that cavern in particular, I think. Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
brandishing the broadsword up in the air and the short sword in the other, torch in the other one, just going, ah! As long as I scare them enough for them to all run away, that's all that matters. I don't think they're going to engage. They haven't over, like, 3 encounters.
yeah, it does not look like they're going to engage. It looks like they're more interested in running than that.
Mm-hmm. So after that second, I think I
So
can
yeah, that's
actually
now second
sprint across
8.
this
Yeah.
cavern.
Yeah, yeah. The goblins. I'm not going to move them, but they all kind of like scamper to the sides of the chamber.
Yeah, they just get out of my way.
Second 9.
Run up here.
Second 10.
Do I slow down in this tunnel, I suppose?
You will have to slow down to a run.
Okay, I'm here. With only 10.
Oh, sorry. All right. Second 11.
Buddies!
So you run around the corner and you see there's a branch in both sides, and you look to the side and you see what I think you can see. I don't know how far you can see
3 of
down
them.
that cavern, but you see 3 of them. The 3 that looked like they were chasing you to start with. They look. They're like running and they look surprised to see you.
I,
Ah!
given the surprise,
Yep.
honestly, we've met engagement, and this is as narrow as I can possibly get. I will go ahead and do an all-out strike. I want to get a hit on this guy. I don't care what it costs. I'm going out in glory.
Make an attack.
Alright, so this is with the actual weapon, so I don't have any penalties. Let's do it. So with the +5, that comes out to a 12. Not exactly exciting.
You hit, though. This goblin was clearly surprised.
Oh, with a meaty hit.
And he did get a threshold of pain. He had to roll under a 6, and he rolled exactly a 6. So you leap out and stab him, and he cries out and he is still in it. And he slashes at you with his short sword.
Damn. I'm also going to delay 12 because we're now just in engagement.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it on this this second 4, and these goblins are all going to just act off that. Although it's now 12 seconds later. This goblin on the next second, so we'll say this is... I'm going to hit done for this guy. Done, done, done. They're in the narrow chamber. This guy's going to wait to second 5, and second quote-unquote 5. This goblin swings at you, stabbing at you with his short sword.
Alright, he's got a... I've got a penalty to defend, but I also have my broadsword now.
So it's a little bit better.
Oh, well, that's going to be the
17.
end. Any amount of damage will do it here.
It is 2d6 minus 1.
I was about to say, now's the time to spend 12 honor before I get critically blowed. Is this the scenario, life or death, that she would be willing to do that?
Let's see. I think she would be more willing to try to spend honor on the damage than the hit, because she's hoping, because goblins usually roll terrible damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
with a 2d6 minus 1.
If she spends all of it, she lives.
Well, she can spend 12 honor. Again, it would be, I mean, it ends up being the same difference. Because she has padded armor, so she can absorb 2 of it.
Yes.
So she is at 0 honor. She's came which when you get 0 honor, what happens is you have an alignment change, you lose all your experience for that level, and you're like a changed person. So she's running through these chambers, and she has some sort of epiphany about her life, that she's like getting stabbed by this goblin, and she's like, I should have married that baker boy, or you know what, maybe I would have been a better wizard, or something of the like. And the goblin doesn't the blow doesn't knock her out.
Yeah, if she gets through this, she has some soul searching to do. That said, I think their speed is probably still like 8, isn't it? That he's still gonna get to swing before I do. It is still more advantageous to, after he has swung, to resume the chase.
All right. So you stab at him. So the one thing is, though, if you aggressively attack, since you aggressively attacked, you have to stay into the thick of it. You're unable to do a fighting withdrawal while you're aggressively attacking. So
okay,
that's the
so
one
I have to
downside
sink into
to
it.
that.
So we'll see what happens. I have one more.
At least
chance
for the next 12 seconds. Yeah.
All right.
So, all right, I'm just doing some background movements for these 12 seconds, because I know you're going to be there for 12 seconds, so I'm just moving some stuff around for that 12 seconds.
We have the death corridor here. Can I defeat 12 goblins before they defeat 1 me?
So it is going to be melee delay. Get those guys out of here. It's coming up to all their initiatives. Whatever. You guys are moving to 99. So it is going to be this goblin's turn first. Now these this goblin, because he's got his short only took 8 seconds. So this guy, he swings at you, he stabs you, he thought he felled you, but no, you still have life in you. So he attacks again. You don't have your -2 this time, since you already had your -2 from an
Right,
aggressive
I'm just
attack.
rolling a flat and we'll see what happens.
Oh,
I I need a 19 or 20. We have a 10% chance to roll
no!
the third fumble I rolled.
Oh my lord, that's
before
terrible.
before the blow even hits, she just goes down.
So
She just exhausts herself.
yeah, she has like a moment of epiphany, and she's like, "Wait, I need to be like this," and she gets stabbed.
Wait, I needed
And
a
the
nap.
damage.
Ugh.
What's up with these goblins? There's 17. So
We
this,
can't
she's like,
win. Fate
huh.
has ordained it. We
And
can't win.
Zani is with that much damage. Zani's dead. Just I think
Yeah, I didn't think
maybe
there's any
even
saving her with something like that, unfortunately. She gave
she
it
might
the
even be
best
just
shot she
flat
possibly
out
could.
dead because she's at negative
15.
15. Yeah, that is. So you die at 1 past your con, and so Zani is dead.
Yeah, instantly. Sorry, Theta, I got your minion killed, but your minion had the best possible chance of trying to circle around to save you.
So
Yeah.
you should have.
Shame. She was really the best of us. Literally. And I mean, literally. She was the best of us.
So time to get rid of this sheet. I can close one of the 4 I have here.
I
So
mean, in
yeah, I
fact,
think
she was better than most of us.
so. Zani is going to the wall of dead. Uh, Zani, henchman.
Henchmen, literally better than the level 2 fighters we've had.
Died escaping a goblin prison.
Found their leader, though, and their tavern.
So the question really becomes Horst. What is Ari and Miz doing? You guys are currently. I mean, you're still shackled up. You hear the probably echoing through the chambers. You can hear shouts and the clash of blades. And what are you guys going to do? Is there anything you two can do? Miz kind of looks to you, Ari. Looks to you, Ari. I hope they escape. What what can we do? Do you think they'll try to come back for us? Sorry, say that again.
I mean, this isn't my first rodeo. I've literally been in a worse position than this before.
Oh, what happened to you then? I mean, you survived.
I was rescued by soldiers from the halls of the valorous.
do you do you think they'll come back? Do you think those guys will come save us? Where was
a
this?
world and 300. That was a world and 300 feet away.
Well, it's a long way to travel, 300 feet. I myself have hardly moved 3, maybe 2.
Yes, this is a joke we're gonna tell until we die.
Oh, I hope we don't die.
No, well, here's the thing. They're not gonna cook us in these manacles. One assumes they'll probably kill us first, but in that case, we've still got our feet. So maybe
That's
take
true.
your shoes off. Take your boots off. Look, I've only got one hand left, but I tell you, I'm going to fight with everything I've got left. Feet, mouth, one hand.
I admire your strength. It takes a lot
So
to.
when they come at you to stab you, try and disarm them with your feet.
All right. I'll do that. I'll I'll do it.
Look, I'm not gonna lie.
We'll fight him.
There's not much hope of us surviving, but at the very least, they will remember who
So
was here.
that night is a rough night for the two of you. The goblins take out the anger on at least Horst escaping on the two of you. With they return in a big bunch, and it probably turns into a little bit of a torture scene. They come in with some lanterns, and a few of them have whips and small blades, and they set them up and move in on you. Are you going to resist?
If they don't move to kill, I'll endure the torture.
Yeah, it seems like Miz at your recommendation resists at first, but they resort to all sorts of cruel tortures. Some of them just throw rocks at you, while others hit you with whips, and they basically just beat you senseless, uh, which is it's rough to go through, obviously, but you guys do survive the night, but it is a
But again,
long night.
scenario I've been through before.
So,
I mean, I
Horst,
survived the city of the flayed god. I can survive this place.
you've probably been flayed before. They've
Get used
probably
to
more
it.
expertly.
It's a
Yeah.
living.
I mean,
Whatever.
if you want to throw that out there, then it really makes things worse for everybody that I look better than.
Yeah.
I am the best looking of the party, and if I've been flayed,
You've got like just horrible scars. Guess what I used to look like?
Elven puberty lasts for a millennia. I still have acne.
So, Horst, you're exhausted. You've just escaped from this goblin prison. What are you going to do?
Did anybody follow me up the steps?
They have not.
Okay. Looking straight ahead, I want to call out Thalen, Kara.
You don't get a response, but you see there's still some light, somewhat dim, flickering up top, casting some long shadows at the top of the cave, at the mine.
Okay, I want to sneak and make my way towards the light.
All right. So you make your way towards the light in a good way, hopefully. I need you to roll a opposed sneaking check. Now, if there's any creatures up there, I'm going to roll in secret because you don't know that they're up there.
Right.
So you creep up there, stealthily moving up the stairs. The lantern you left at the bottom, so you're slowly leaving that light and into the darkness, moving by feel up the stairs. You reach the top, and you find that crate that you guys had left to block the path. And just like it would slow a goblin, it's probably going to slow you too. And you peek over, and you see the top of the mine is empty. The fire there is starting to burn low. They've left several larger logs on it, but those are still starting to really burn down at this point. You see no one there.
Okay. I want to hurry towards the fire and
Okay.
just look around better.
Yeah. Make an observation check, non-opposed. So you scamper over this crate and dash over, looking frantically to the left and right. Maybe you even kindle the fire a little bit to give you a little bit more. Make an observation check. You look around. It from what you can see, it doesn't look like there was a battle. You see no blood. I mean, there's small amounts of blood, but you know that was from when you were like you see the several spots, and you remember when some people were getting bandaged, and like a bloody bandage was thrown to the side, but you don't see any fresher blood. It looks like they might have just left. You see no one here.
Is the lift up or is it
The lift is
The
down.
left down, yeah.
Okay. Do I see footprints leading away, like out of the?
Make a tracking check. It would normally be harder because you're in this, but You rolled 100. Never mind. You're looking around. You don't see any tracks. You don't know where they could have gone. There's nothing. It's like they just vanished.
Okay. Can I make my way towards the? I want to stoke the fire some more, and then make my way towards the exit of the at the top.
Okay.
Maybe they're outside.
All right. So you venture out into um, the day, or as you venture out, it seems to be like from where the sun is. You finally you get a little blinded by it as you step out finally into the outside air. It seems like it's late. You don't know what day it is. Your sense of time was a little off. You know you're very hungry. You haven't eaten in what you think is a day, which is for you probably 24 halfling meals. So uh,
Um,
and it seems to be late. You think it might be late the next day from when you got captured?
okay. Is there anything close to the opening, like um, uh, Ari's cart? Didn't somebody have a cart or?
You did, yes. Ari did have a cart, a wheelbarrow full of supplies that's missing.
Okay.
Ari
Uh,
probably escaped, took his cart, and just went off back home.
okay. I want to go back into the cave. Is there any supplies anywhere around?
None. No supplies whatsoever. The only thing you left your short sword, so right now you've just got the clothing on your back.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna hunker down
Right.
and to
There
the
is a way to survive in the jungle. You can do survival checks to gather food.
okay.
So it's starting to get late, but you can still try to forage and try to find,
Okay.
nuts or berries. The famous jungle pumpkin, as one of my players was fond of trying to find.
Okay, I'll try. I'll do that, but I don't want to venture
Right.
too far from
Right.
the
You
cave
would
entrance.
have to you would have to like climb. So remember, the cave entrance was on the top of the hill, so you would have to climb down that switchback down to the old mining camp, and then kind of search around the woods there.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. So I need a survival check for you, and it's going to be of average difficulty because the area immediately near to the mining camp has been a little bit picked over already by the miners when they were here. There has been some recovery, but so you start scampering or like looking around, and you know, as a halfling, do you have cooking and baking?
I do not. It's separate, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it would be another skill. So you're not an extreme halfling chef or anything, but you know enough to look around and find a bush of berries that you manage to feed on and keep you sustained for this day. So
Okay.
at the moment you've recovered your damage from being starving for that one day. So you're not starving yet. You're fed for today.
Okay.
But it is starting to, their search took a little bit of time, and it is starting to be dark, and you're starting to hear all the noises of the jungle.
Well, I want to head back to the cave with the fire
Okay.
and I guess rest.
Okay. So you clamber up there and stoke the fire and fall asleep. So since we have Kara and Thalon, you guys, for your journey, it's rather uneventful for you. You guys journey down to Anavim about, and you pass it by, making your way up to Ismosfim. And so this is going to be, it's about a 5-day journey from you to Ismosfim. And so you take it, you pass Anavim, you continue chugging along. You see some strange sights along the way. At one point, you guys, like one of the guards calls out, "There's something in the water," and you guys go over to investigate, and you see several bodies floating downriver. They look like natives of Samosia, and your casual observations look like they died from maybe battle.
Oh no.
And you're on watch a little bit for that day, but aside from that, you guys kind of pass by it and you keep an eye out, but you don't see anything unusual alongside the river. And in 5 days' time, you reach Ismosphim. So, and that is where we'll call it for today. At the moment, Thalon and Kara are at Ismosphim and are 4 days ahead of Horst and Ari. So, thank you all for playing today. It was a harrowing attempt.
Fate
We almost
denies
got out.
us.
Fate did not want Zani to escape, apparently.
Every time, every session, nobody wins just because this is the critical hits.
Yeah, it's the critical hits and the fumbles and just bad luck on your part and amazing luck on my part. There is there's no experience for Thalon and Kara. Horst did manage to successfully escape, and so he gets 25 experience points.
Nice.
Woohoo.
Zani's dead.
Yep.
And Ari has not successfully escaped. So that is where we're at today.
Did break my hand though.
Did break your hand. I guess you should get partial experience points for defeating your hand in one-on-one combat, right?
Yeah.
But to hand do it to you, you handled it well.
Give yourself a hand.
No, I've already got one. Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions about anything? Or
I'm pretty sure that entire mine is actually impossible.
it could be.
It's going to be tough.
There are some definite, very dangerous sections of the mine. So
Yeah, but
I'll see you.
Yeah, go ahead.
See you all next Sunday. Oh, I mean, you have something else to say. I was just going to say, have fun in your next game and see you Sunday. But
Nah, it's all good. All right. See y'all next Sunday.
all right,
Everybody.
I'll see you next Sunday.
Yeah.